All right, what is up, everybody? We are live, getting ready for Richmond, and as always, to start off with the paint scheme previews. Drivers already complaining about tires, so we got a lot to cover in this one. But there you go. There's the link right there. If you want to follow along at home, and starting off once again with the one car, and they got the underwear man on the side of the car driving the car for Ross Chastain. It is a look. It is an interesting look. White car, blue number, underwear man on the side of the car. I think it's funny. I always think it's good when they do it, so I like it. But let's move on here. Austin Cindric, number 2, Richmond Water Heaters, Menards Ford. Very familiar scheme, whether it's on Blaney or on Cindric. Winchester Deer Season XP, Bass Pro Shops, Dow Corning Bioethanol, Titan Industries, Breztree. Number 3, Chevrolet for Austin Dillon. Can he go back to back? Has good speed, at least in qualifying, which is rare for RCR. Kyle Busch, fastest in practice, did not get the qualifying lap he wanted, but new look here for Austin Dillon. Number 4, Armor Guard here. Good-looking car. The Boise, is it Boise State colors here? Orange and blue on the Armor Guard Coatings Title Max machine for Noah Gregson. Good-looking car. I'm going to put it in the top 5. Hendrickcars.com for Kyle Larson. Build Submarines, Brad Keselowski. Different Super League USL looks like for the Gainbridge machine here. The number 7 of Justin Haley allegedly on the hot seat, according to the rumors. Good looking car, all black with some yellow and orange trim. Another all-black car going to put in the top 5 here. Different look this weekend for Rebel. Live Against the Grain. Rebel Bourbon on the side of the number 8 for Kyle Busch. That one's going at number 2. UniFirst going with the green and gray here this week. Mostly green, a little bit of gray trim. The 10 Seabest is going to go in top 5 of worst schemes with the octopus here on the side. Maybe you guys think different. I wasn't a big fan of this scheme. It's cool that he's got an octopus on it, but the scheme just didn't hold up as far as I'm concerned. Progressive Petty Blue for James Dennis Allen Hamlin, seeing if he can get one done here today. Another all-black pretty much car here. This is the track for an all-black car, it looks like. The Body Armor Sports Drink going away from their multicolor scheme, going with an just a flat black, and then they got the drinks on the hood. Number 12 for Ryan Blaney. Black's Tire, the number 16 car for AJ Allmendinger. Looks really good on the side of this car. Really bright, really vibrant. I'm actually going to put him in the top 5 as well for schemes. Fifth Third Bank. I always hate that name. Number 17 on the side of Chris Buescher there. Tracker, ATVs and Boats on the side for Chase Briscoe. The DeWalt scheme for Seabell. Eero on the side of the 21 for Josh Berry. That's always a good scheme, but we've seen it before. The 22 Shell Pennzoil car is its normal scheme. 22 Leidos going with their normal scheme here for Bubba Wallace as well. The 24 Liberty University got the Flames. We've seen that one a bunch of times before. C4, this is actually the second or third time they've run this scheme on the number 33 for Jesse Love in this race here. 34 Love's Machine, typical scheme there for Todd Gilliland, even though I still in my mind associate it with Michael McDowell. 35 Monster Energy, Riley Herbst. We've seen that one before. Long John Silver's immediately to the top 5, immediately to the top of the leaderboard for Zane Smith in the number 38. 41. By the way, just in case you guys haven't heard, Long John Silver's, they've got the best chicken tenders of any restaurant in the fast food game. Everybody knows this. It is well-established fact. Vegans even know that they've got the best chicken tenders. Let's see. Cole Custer driving the number 41, HaasTooling.com. Ford, typical scheme for them. Pye & Barker on the side of the 42 for John Nemechek. Dollar Tree, the green, the gold, the white. But we've seen it a million times here for Eric Jones. Chumba Casinos, everybody's favorite paint scheme. This week it's on the side of the number 45 for Young Tyler Reddick. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. the third with the Ram self-storage in the multi-shades of green. You either like green or you don't. The picture here doesn't do it justice, but on the track, this car doesn't look half bad. So I'm actually going to put it in the top 5 for Rick Stenhouse Jr. the third. 48 Ally, Do It Right, typical scheme for them. Bottom 5, Arrowhead with the gold and green. Just not a good scheme. Arrowhead brass fittings, Ford for who's driving it this week? Cody Ware. Let's see. Ty Gibbs will drive the number 54 Sirius XM Toyota, the blue and the white. A little bit of a different scheme for him. Sort of familiar with the Sirius. We've seen this one a few times, but I like it. And there's not that too many cars, so if we don't have enough in the top 5, we'll just put him in the top 5. But he's fixing to get bumped out here in just a minute. Kleenex on the side of the Kleenex Kroger Ford, the number 60, Ryan Preece, your pole sitter. And then bumping out the aforementioned 54 car is going to be the 67 of Corey Heim, that beef that will just continue to live on. The Robin Hood scheme. Robin Hood, not a great company, but good-looking scheme here as far as that goes. So I like the Raptor. These are the same colors as Raptor. Raptor needs to take notes from Robin Hood here and do something with their scheme. Workforce on the side for Michael McDowell here. 77 Delaware Life for Carson Josephus Hocevar. 88 is the WeatherTech car this weekend. And the 99 Quaker State. Bump him, take Ricky Stenhouse Jr. out and bump in the Quaker State 99. That's your top 5 as far as paint schemes go. That's what they look like. Where did they qualify? And starting at the bottom, Joey Logano going to be starting shotgun on the field, smoke the wall. Might have burned up a set of tires, which is going to get super important. We're actually going to touch on that after I go through the statistics. Cody Ware just in front of him. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. rolls off 36. Jesse Love, 35th. John Nemechek is 34th. Ross Chastain, 33rd. Corey Heim, 32nd. Todd Gilliland in the 31st position. 30 through 25 is going to be Kyle Larson, Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, Shane Van Gisbergen, Riley Herbst, and Justin Haley in that 25 spot. Cole Custer, Ty Gibbs, Noah Gregson, Daniel Suarez is going to get you up to the 21st spot. And 20th through 15th is going to be Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Eric Jones, Josh Berry, Ty Dillon, and Carson Hocevar starting in the 15th position. 14th place is going to be William Byron. 13th place is going to be Austin Cindric. The 12th place man is going to be Chris Buescher on that cutoff line. Austin Dillon in the 11th position. Good qualifying effort from the RCR gang, trying to go back-to-back here this weekend once again. Michael McDowell is the first driver to crack the top 10. Then you've got Alex Bowman in the 9th position, 8th place Christopher Bell, 7th place Bubba Wallace, and 6th position for the 6th car, Brad Keselowski and the BuildSubmarines.com Ford. Your 5th place position qualifier is going to be Chase Elliott. In front of him is going to be Denny Hamlin, who is going for another win at this track. This is a very good track for Denny Hamlin, which we will see in statistics here in just a minute. AJ Allmendinger in the 3rd spot, Tyler Reddick in 2nd, and Ryan Preece is your pole winner in the Kroger Kleenex Ford for RFK. Can he keep it there? Can he shake up the playoffs? That is the poll question, by the way. Which one of those drivers has the best chance to shake up the playoffs here with a win? Statistically, best average finish is going to go to James Dennis Allen Hamlin with a 5.0, 7.3 for Christopher Bell, 8.2 for Kyle Larson, 9.0 for Josh Berry, 9.2 for Joey Logano, 9.2 also for young Chase Elliott. Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski are in the 11s, as well as Martin Truex Jr., the 3rd, who is not in the race. Eric Almirola, also not in the race at a 12.5. But the next driver on that list who's in this race is Chris Buescher at a 12.7. So there are your average finishers: William Byron, Ross Chastain, Austin Dillon, all in the 13s or 14s if you're looking to slot in somebody for fantasy. Let's go to previous winners of this race. 2 wins for the aforementioned JDA, the law firm of James Dennis Allen and Hamlin. He has 2 there since, of course, 2022 of February. And then you've got Austin Dillon, Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, and Kevin Harvick not in this race, but it does bode well for anybody that has any of those former Stewart-Haas setups. So those are your previous winners. Let's go to laps led, because sometimes that can indicate who will be strong at a racetrack. 265 for Kyle Larson, 259 for Denny Hamlin, 239 for William Byron, 225 for the man starting shotgun on the field, 225 for Joey Logano, 220 for Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney at 131, and then 103 for Brad Keselowski. Everybody else is under 196, is the closest to 100 without hitting it there for Ross Chastain, 93 for his teammate Daniel Suarez. All right, let's take a look at how driveraverages.com has them rated at a 114.5 statistically, according to them, and they're usually pretty accurate. Denny Hamlin is going to be the man to beat. Next 2 on that list are going to be that are in the race are going to be Joey Logano at a 102, and then Kyle Larson at a 98, and a Christopher Bell at a 98.5, 98.6 for Larson. So those are going to be your top 4 as far as who you want to, necessarily put in your fantasy team or whatever you're doing as far as statistics go. But yeah, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Chase Elliott. And I like those picks. I think those are good, solid picks. I think by the numbers, you do have to go with Denny Hamlin. But if I'm picking a wild card to win this race, you got to take a strong look at Josh Berry, Brad Keselowski, or Chris Buescher, and Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain. Like those are my wild cards. I know it's a bunch of them. So if I had to pick one wild card, I'm going to pick Kyle Busch because I think he's got the equipment to get it done here today. I think you saw that when he was conservative in his qualifying effort. I think he knows he's got a good car. So I'm actually going to go with Kyle Busch as the wild card. I like Brad Keselowski or Josh Berry as a wild card as well. But Denny Hamlin, by the numbers, going to be your favorite to win this race. And I don't know who's going to finish first on Earth, too. So we'll think about that later. Let's see. The big conversation, however, before the race even started is from Deb Williams. I saw this when I woke up this morning. We're in trouble. Keselowski says NASCAR teams facing tire shortage at Richmond. So let's see what they have to say here. If you look at the amount of tires we have enough tires to go, I think like 45 laps a set. That is not enough. Those are the words from Brad Keselowski in this particular article. Now, following all of this, the drivers did have a meeting. A lot of drivers raised their voice to NASCAR with their concerns, of which Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, obviously Brad Keselowski here. So several drivers stood up in the meeting and they did not like it. We don't know what NASCAR is going to do, what Goodyear is going to do. I'm sure they will let us know on the pre-race if they haven't already tweeted it out. I didn't really look at a whole lot of stuff before I jumped on here. I'm just still going off this article right here. But Brad Keselowski continued on from this article. That tire is supposed to be the option tire. It doesn't look like an option tire. It doesn't drive like an option tire. It can be harder to run for more than 50 laps on it. Keselowski said maybe something will change and we'll get it in nighttime and the tires will extend their life cycle more than what we've seen in practice. But right now, it does not look good. So there you go. They are lobbying for more tires, no doubt about it. So there you go. All right. Poll question options. Priest, Keselowski, Austin Dillon, or Kyle Busch. Who has the best chance to get a win and get in today? Get your votes in right now. Priest leading the way at 50%. Fun fact. Lee Petty won the first race in Richmond on April 19th, 1953, when it was a shorter track with a dirt surface. There you go, back when it was the Richmond Fairgrounds. Lee Petty got the first win. 43 and 11 cars have the most wins at Richmond. Let's see if Richmond's last place Logano winds up front row Joey on the checkered flag, says Jamie Schweitzer. It's a good pick. He's statistically good here, so I like it. I got a 4:30 time and a 3:30 time, so I'm glad I got here early. Says Dirty Def. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. I set it normally, but yeah, it was right on my end. So once again, YouTube going to YouTube. What do you think of the drivers' complaints about lack of tires? Hopefully NASCAR listens to them and does something about it, because obviously with that many drivers complaining about the tire situation, I feel like they know more than NASCAR would know. So hopefully NASCAR doesn't stick their head in the ground like they often do. Often is the response from them, and they will give them some more tires here if there are even more tires to be had. What's up, PC Gone Rogue? Perry Earl, how many yellows today? That's a good question. I'm going to go probably, if you discount the cautions for stage breaks, I am going to go under five. So 4 or less. Let's see. Hey, BB, I'm back out of county lockup as of this morning. I went to a WNBA game 3 nights ago and threw something on the court. They saw me do it, and I had 3 days in county. Yep, for sure. Hopefully you're able to walk. Hopefully you're able to walk okay, because I know how you got it in there. Keistered that rascal on in there. He was dedicated to the game. They're putting up nets now, so they're trying to thwart you with nets. But we're going to see launching technology from John P. that will rival DARPA and the CIA combined. So he is not going to give up. I know John P. I also told the other inmates about you, though. If there are any Clark County inmates here, because of my stay with you all, let BB know you're here in chat. I requested a hot dog for a dinner. Trey got denied. They said hot dogs didn't fall under the religious exemption that I was requesting. So there you go. John P. Trying to eat kosher, trying to get those Hebrew nationals in him, but they were not having it there. Trying to make my man eat something else. So there you go. Jamie Schweitzer, fifth third bank should sponsor the 54 car since there's no 53 car that I know of, says Jamie Schweitzer. Yeah, that would probably be a pretty good move. I don't like a 5/3 if you're a bank. That just doesn't feel like good advertising for a bank name. I've never liked that name. I don't like it at all. Let's see. Avalon Studios. What's up, my friend? It has been a while. Good to see you on here, my dude. BB, can Goodyear ever make the drivers happy? The tires are either too hard or too soft. Guess we need Goldilocks where the tires are just right, says Bruce Garvey. I don't think they really care about I don't think they necessarily care about whether the tires are too hard or too soft. I think in this particular case, they're thinking that they're not going to have enough sets to finish the race. That's, I think, more the concern. I think they're worried they're going to burn through them and not have enough to actually get to the end of the race. Falcon 1824 says, great videos. I appreciate you, Falcon. Doing my best as always. Please hit the like button on your way in. It is free, says Rosie. Appreciate you, Rosie. Indeed, if you'd like to hit the like button, it would be much appreciated. Did anyone else here other than Voice Shout? Says Avalon Studios. I don't know. Your wild card is the whole deck, says John Carpenter. Yes, the demon voice smooked the snot out of me. So sorry about the demon voice. Apologies for sure. Let's see. But yeah, I went with Kyle Busch, but I was throwing out other wild cards if you needed them for the purposes of people using statistics. But yes, Kyle Busch is going to be my wild card. I wasn't picking all of those. Is tonight better than last night, says Joseph Luton. We'll see. Has a soundboard, LOL, so no demons on this stream. Yes, no, this is a demon-free stream. We're good on the demons. No demons, as far as I know. What's up, Nathan Campbell? I say 8 yellow flags, including stage caution. So Jamie Schweitzer is going to go with 8 there. I like it. Getting aggressive with it. Sound like some drivers don't like the idea of having to manage tires, says Joseph Wooden. Yeah, and if you go to tire management, that also has to play into the statistical favorite, Denny Hamlin's favor, because he's really good at managing tires for sure. Will we have a new winner tonight, says Dirty Def? If I had to guess, the new winner would be probably like a Kyle Busch or an Austin Dillon, Ryan Preece, somebody like that. But most likely, Denny Hamlin's the favorite here for a reason. So I think we'll probably get a repeat winner. Most likely, I'm thinking. But I do think it's going to be a very wild race. I think it's going to be a super crazy finish to this one, just like it was last year. Because this is the last, what I want to call, real race before the cutoff. Because Daytona is going to be anybody's game because it's a super speedway. So I'm thinking you're going to see some crazy strategies. You're going to see some very aggressive driving, a la Austin Dillon last year. So I think you're going to see a little bit of everything here tonight, certainly, for sure. Fair point, Joseph, says Rosie. Let's see. Things will never change with NASCAR until the tracks are controlled by someone other than the France family. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Will that ever happen? Or will they run it into the ground? No telling. Let's see. Joseph Wooten, no Caitlin Clark playing in the WNBA has equal cucumbers being tossed on the court, says Joseph Wooten. What's up, Jackson Robinson? Who are you picking for the Anderson races? I don't know. Fifth National Bank merged with Third National Bank, says Jamie Schweitzer. Indeed. And they at some point should have picked a real name because Fifth Third, it just, I don't know. It reads without that history lesson, which is what most people are not going to Google and look up. It just looks like 5 thirds. And it's just not, I don't know. I don't like it. 1 2/3 National Bank. Let's see. Jackson Robinson's going with Ryan Preece here. Kyle, have you heard anything about TSR possibly being a Dodge team in NASCAR, says Nathan Campbell? There's so many rumors out there right now. Who knows which ones are true and which ones aren't. So, yes, I have heard at some point that every team is going to be Dodge, and I've heard at some point that every team is not going to be Dodge. So we'll have to see how it all shakes out. Even the colleague thing that a lot of people ran with, he was just saying that Dodge has talked with every team about running trucks. At no point did he say, yeah, we're going to run trucks, but everybody has run with that. Because let's just be real, there has not been a lot of news other than rumors that can't be substantiated. So like that was the right rumor or the right thing to say at the right time, and it got a lot of traction. But if you really look at what he said, he didn't say anything more than, yes, we've talked to Dodge, and yes, everybody has talked to Dodge, but all of a sudden it's like Kaulig is going to Dodge. Yeah, I don't know, which they might, but he was just saying, yeah, we've talked to him. Everybody's talked to him. So it'll be interesting to see. I do think it would benefit Kaulig if they went to Dodge, because they would go from being, a fourth or fifth tier team with Chevrolet to at least one or two tier. At the very least, they'd be a second tier team with Dodge. So I do think it would benefit them to do that. And then you've got the other rumors out there that Trackhouse is waiting. They're going to be the Honda team and all that good stuff. So all kinds of stuff is out there. My heart wants KFB to win, but Priest was my pick to win it all. 3 RFK cars can make it scheme, says John Carpenter. Yeah, all 3 RFK cars are definitely going to be something to reckon with here in this race. I agree with you. I hope Priest gets it without the 60-point penalty. He's 9th in points. And, oh, yeah, good point. I forgot about the 60-point penalty. Good point, Cody Ledger. 9th in points and the second best Ford this season to Ryan Blaney, for sure. For sure. What's up, BB and everyone? What's up, T-Van? Good to see you on here, my dude. Jesse Daly, what's up, BB? Just got back from vacation and looking forward to some Saturday night short track action, short track racing. Hopefully it's an exciting race. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, too. I'm hoping we get the Richmond of old where it races really good. We did get an exciting finish last year, but before that, Austin Dillon absolutely wore him out last year before the frickin' Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ryan Priest caution. Let's see. Let's go Ryan Priest from Hickory, North Carolina, says Jackson. So there you go. Jackson is a Priest man. Worry about the Roush Keselowski cars having too aggressive a setup for the tires. Maybe that's why they were so fast in qualifying, says Bruce Garvey. Yeah, and maybe that's why Brad Keselowski's politicking so hard. We don't know. Could be a lot of things at play. Cassandra saying, hi, y'all from North Idaho. What's up, Cassandra? What's up, North Idaho? The last 2 spring races have been decided by a late caution. Martin Truex Jr. was dominating in 2023, and Austin Dillon had a comfortable lead last year. Will we see a repeat, says Dirty Dev. There you go. The cautions, the Larry Mack trends, right? I'm looking at my trends. It's trending. That was a terrible Larry Mack impression, and I apologize to absolutely no one. Let's see. But yeah, the trends are, will we see another caution at the end of this race? I'm picking SVG to win on Earth 2, says Jamie Schweitzer. Hey, Earth 2, SVG, not a bad pick. I don't know if I'm going to go with that pick. Let me keep thinking on it. Around 5-3 is iconic for... Around Cincy, 5-3 is iconic for years, says Brickyard Brickhead. Riley Gentry and Luke Baldwin for the Cars Tour races, says Jackson Robinson. Good picks. I'm not necessarily going to disagree with you there. Let's see. You call it Honda Trackhouse, so I think it was smart to stick with Chevy right now, especially since they sweetened the pot for them to stay for now, says Dirty Def. Yep, for sure. It's going to be interesting to see who is the first Dodge team. Not only in trucks, but who is the first Dodge team for the Cup Series. Let Dodge run the 69 Daytona Wings, says Brickyard Brickhead. Jackson saying, Jamie Schweitzer saying, Jackson, I'm in Catawba County. So there you go. Western North Carolina is representing for sure. Thoughts on O'Reilly's being rumored to replace Xfinity? It feels like a pretty good fit for sure. Your mic is a little staticky, FYI. I think it's on your end. I doubt that. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube's end. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this picture for you guys in the Discord. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube's end, but that's just me. Let's see. Where Jamie Schweitzer, says Jackson Robinson. One thing is always true in racing: drivers are selfish. That's a fact. NASCAR Collector says, is the pre-race on? I think the pre-race comes on at 7:30, if I'm not mistaken, East Coast time. Lake Norman, says Jamie Schweitzer. How awesome would it be for Austin Dillon to have a fast car again and win this race, says Dirty Def. I think it's probably likely. It looks like RCR still has speed here. Whether they've got as dominant a car as they had last year, I don't know. But it looks like whatever they had going on last year is still going on this year. So if they don't have any tracks figured out, they've definitely got something figured out here at Richmond. I thought it was in Charlotte, says Jackson. Do we see some hosts of our payback tonight, says Bruce Garvey? Somebody might spin him around if he gives him the opportunity. He spun himself around in practice, so we'll see. There's definitely some static. Never noticed it until I put on the chat. Says Dirty Def, Raiders 10, 49ers 10, says Joseph Wooten, Catawba, Lincoln, Iredale, Mecklenburg, all Lake Norman counties, says Jamie Schweitzer. Dirty Def, I'd be cool with AD winning again. I'd love to see the Dylan Haters head spin. That would be pretty good. He got a lot of hate last year for winning like he won, and it was very interesting because I think a lot of it was because he was knocking certain players out of the playoffs or hurt certain drivers' playoff chances until they put the penalty down. I think that was a lot of it because we've seen other drivers wreck to win like that too, but for whatever reason, I don't know. He got it was the perfect thing to happen at the perfect time. I guess probably last season there wasn't probably a whole lot going on either. So yeah, for sure. Kyle, please no pit mistakes from Kyle, says Bruce Garvey. Yeah, hopefully Kyle Busch can have a clean race here today. 80 clean win would be great, says Brickyard Brickhead. That would be pretty good. Pretty good. I'm down with anybody who doesn't have a win yet, getting the win and just shaking up the playoffs, making that cut line just even more entertaining. Because what if damn, I don't know. What if who is even the top on the cut line? What if the guy with the best season was sitting there having to sweat it out in Daytona? That's what NASCAR wants, right? So the guy with the best season without a win so far sweating it out in Daytona. I can't remember who it is, if it's Reddick or Buescher or whoever it would be at this point. But that would be definitely the deal. Let's see. Will Austin Dillon right hook tonight, says Jamie Schweitzer. I don't know. I don't think he's scared to. I would love to see the win just to see the haters cry, says Dirty Def. In the fantasy league, it's a tight race of 20 points from third to eighth. Yeah, and from first to second, or from second to third, it is a nice gap. So we're going to need some help to catch the first and second gang. I want a rowdy win, but I'm picking Hamlin, unfortunately, says T-Van. Hey, there you go. Hamlin is not a bad pick statistically. Got to be the one you go with there, no doubt about it. Bingo, someone with no win, says Brickyard Brickhead. Yep, that's pretty much it. KYB time, says FIA. If you love some rowdy, say boo, says Cassandra. How about the other Dylan getting the win? He qualified good. Yeah, no doubt about it. So Ty Dillon getting a win would definitely shake things up for sure. I just don't see him doing it. He has had a good season for him, probably his best season since he's been in Cup. But they're going to have to keep building over there at Kaulig. I don't think that they have the stuff to do it right now. Although his teammate did qualify in the top three, so I don't know. Camaro, fist bump, my friend. Appreciate you, my dude. Buy yourself a pillow for tonight's potential yawn fest. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm hoping it doesn't go that way, but this race typically has long green flag runs, and somebody usually has hit the setup better than somebody else. And everybody remembers last year's race is very exciting, but it wasn't. Austin Dillon was kicking everybody's tail until Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And that was a wrap for that. So that made the finish exciting. But if you remember the race itself, Austin Dillon he had just set sail. Like, my man was gone. Like, that car was hooked the freak up. And yeah, so I wasn't upset last year with Austin Dillon winning because he should have won. But it wasn't like, he did wreck people to do it. So, it wasn't the cleanest win either. But also, I didn't think it was that big of a deal because we've seen other people wreck for the win as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, it rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, though. That is certainly a fact. But yeah, there's a chance it is a snoozer. Good point there, Camaro. Appreciate you helping out as always, my dude. Cody Ware, winner on Earth 2, says Bruce Garvey. Indeed. Jesse Love racing tonight, says Jamie Schweitzer. That's a good question. He is racing tonight. He's in the number at 33. So yes, he will be on there. Cody Ware for Earth 2, always a good pick. Going with the favorites, as always. Camaro saying yes, that he is racing. Rosie saying thanks for the support as well. It's a return to a good track, says FIA 390. Heim Time too. Yeah, Heim Time is in the old 67 Robin Hood. Take notes, Raptor. That's what those colors can look like if you do them properly. Jackson Robinson saying, I have to go watch the Cars Tour coverage. Bye-bye. Take them easy, Jackson. Enjoy the Cars Tour race. Always a good deal. So yeah, if you haven't watched the Cars Tour race, definitely go check out the Cars Tour. One of the best grassroots motorsports on the planet, in my opinion. Thanks, Camaro. I got to stay up for fantasy picks, says Brickyard Brickhead. Gonna keep Joey out of the pits tonight, throwing up revs on the pit box. LOL, says Dirty Def. Hendrick needs a Bowman win to get all 4 in the playoffs. We'll be fighting today, says 1776 Revival. Yeah, so yeah, don't count out Bowman. He's another one that's actually pretty good here. Did you cover the Seabell hook at Indy? Yeah, I don't think he did it on purpose, but it goes back to the points of it just depends on who does it. So if some drivers get hooked because of their past history, immediately everybody's like, oh, he did it on purpose. Like we've talked about with Austin Hill before. No matter what Austin Hill does, people are going to be like, Austin Hill did that on purpose, right? Because he's got a history of it. Somebody like Seabell, if they say, you know what, I misjudged what I did. Seabell doesn't necessarily have a huge history of driving aggressively like that and hooking people. So Seabell gets a pass. And literally, it just depends on the driver. If Denny Hamlin or Joey Logano does it, everybody's going to be like, yeah, it's on purpose. Not everybody, but the vast majority of fans are going to be like, it's on purpose because those guys are villains, right? If Chase Elliott does it, that guy deserved it. Chase Elliott was trying to go to the front. No, it was just a mistake. Chase got too aggressive. Like it literally just depends on the driver. Like, but yeah, so yeah, that's basically why I got covered like that for sure. If that was your question, I can't remember what you asked. Let's see. You could always throw some oil on the track, like last night. That made the race more exciting, says Bruce Garvey, talking about Matt Crafton shooting up and taking his teammates out of it there. Corey Heim ends up getting the win. FIA saying, was it at Indy? I can't remember where it was at. I want to say it was at the road course at Watkins Glen, but I'm not 100% sure. It might have been at Indy, but it looked like he lost control. So did I cover it? I think I covered it in a live stream, but I don't think I made a dedicated video about it. Because I just felt like he misjudged it or lost control of his car. But yeah, who gets fired next from Spire? But that's my official take on it. If you wanted to hear the official take on it, who gets fired next from Spire? Driver or crew chief? Says Sir Wood Rooster. I don't know. They keep saying Justin Haley's on the hot seat, so I would say Justin Haley, based on the rumors, but I don't know. Who you calling to win? Says Jamie Schweitzer. Denny Hamlin by the numbers, but I got Kyle Busch as the wild card. So that's those are my 2 picks as far as that goes. Bobby Hill says NASCAR Collector 23. LOL. I want to see Zilich Heim fight for Rookie of the Year in Cup next year. They are my favorite up-and-coming drivers of the last 10 years. That would be a great Rookie of the Year battle. Zilich versus Corey Heim. That would be pretty awesome. There were rumors starting that Corey Heim might be going to the Spire 7. Yeah, that's another one that's out there. Corey Heim to the 7 car, putting some pressure on Justin Haley there, putting some pressure on Toyota to find a seat for him. So a lot of stuff, a lot of rumors out there, a lot of stuff's in play. I don't think he would be driving for 2311 tonight if that was a fact. It says Camaro 50. Yeah. That's probably a pretty good point. Is Catherine Legg in this? Says Jamie Schweitzer. I don't think she's in this one. She was, I think her last race was at Watkins Glen, if I'm not mistaken, but I can't remember. Brickyard Brickhead saying, thanks, BB. Anytime. Let's see the results. Right now, 46% on the poll question think Ryan Preece is going to be the best chance to get the win and lock in today and shake up the cut line. Kyle Busch is 26%, Keselowski 19%, and Austin Dillon is at 9%. Earth 2 pick. Let's see. Earth 2 pick. I will go with Jesse Love. Jesse Love on the Earth 2 pick. He seems to not have any good luck whenever he runs in the Cup race. And I probably just blessed him with an 11th place on Earth 1 or something like that. Will Haley stay at Spire? But if not, who do you think will replace him? I don't know. Like, it was crazy to me that he replaced Corey LaJoie and immediately he's back on the hot seat. So I was surprised by that. Corey Heim, it would have to be somebody like a Corey Heim or a Jesse Love or somebody like that, somebody that they think has a really, really bright future to just give Justin Haley 1 year and then bounce him. And not only that, but like Rodney Childers, like there's something up with the 7 team. The 7 team has just not performed relative to the other Spire teams speed-wise. And I don't know, like there's a reason Rodney Childers quit. There's just something about that 7 team that is not clicking over there at Spire. So I don't know. But yeah, Jesse, if I had to guess, and these are just total guesses, like Corey Heim or Jesse Love would be the only people I could see replacing Justin Haley, maybe a Daniel Suarez because he brings in more sponsorship money. But yeah, I don't know. That would have to be that. Those would be the only three I could think of over there that would do something like that. So something would have to change. And to be fair, the rumors didn't start until after Daniel Suarez got released from Trackhouse. So there could be all kinds of things. All three of those things could be accurate. All three of those things could be in play for Spire, and maybe they're just figuring out who they're going to get in that car next year. So I don't know, but yeah, that would be my guess as far as that goes. I think Heim needs to leave the Toyota pipeline, says T-Van. He might if he wants the best chance. Because if you looked at his truck wins compared to everybody else in the truck series last night, if you looked at the win stickers on the side of that truck compared to everybody else's, you got to be like, why is this dude still in the truck series? Like, what is up? Like how long is Toyota going to sit on him? It's crazy. It's crazy to me. Chase Elliott wins tonight, says Joseph Wooten. So Joseph Wooten, he's got good numbers here for sure. So Chase Elliott, definitely a good pick. Who gets to Cup first full time? Love or Hill? Full time. I'm gonna say Jesse Love. I'm gonna say Jesse Love gets there first. I'm calling Logano wins in a caution-filled race, says Jamie Schweitzer. So there you go. Jamie Schweitzer picking Logano to go shotgun on the field and get the win. Toyota seems to screw their younger talent. They know where to go. They have nowhere to go, says T-Van. Yeah, for sure. Like the Toyota seats are plentiful in the lower divisions. The Toyota seats in the upper division, the top division, the creme de la creme, where the lights shine the brightest, the seats are very few up there. So yeah, it's always good to get in with Toyota, but typically you're going to end up racing somewhere else. Jamie Schweitzer, peace, BB, peace to you as well, Jamie Schweitzer. Denny Hamlin will save them, says FIA. Yeah, I think Denny Hamlin has a good chance, but I'm picking my wild card as Kyle Busch. Camaro 50, he's Camaro 50 going with Kyle Busch as well for sure. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, I think Kyle Busch or somebody like that is going to pull the upset win tonight. But Denny Hamlin definitely by the numbers has to be your pick. I would say, but I'm going with the wild card. I'm going with the upset. I'm going with the playoff. The playoff line gets disrupted tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, it's a good race. Like I was saying, last year it was a skunk show. It was like Austin Dillon had him covered until the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. caution, and then after that, you got the finish you got, which is exciting and memorable. But people will remember the finish. They won't remember how boring the race was. So hopefully, just the overall race is good tonight, and we don't need a controversial finish to sort of beef up the numbers on it as far as that goes. But yeah, all right. Hope you guys have a good race. Hope your driver does well. Hope your fantasy team does well. And if you're doing the DraftKings and all that, may all your bets hit. All right. Until the next one. Peace. Final results of the poll question. Ryan Priest, 48%. Thought I forgot, but I didn't forget.